choice. And this was not the course I would set for my life, nor the story I would have written had I held a pen. But, alas, I'm not the writer, merely the final chapter of a tale written generations before, of famine, fishermen, navigators, gold diggers and debt. A story which ends with myself, Edvard, 15 years old and far from my Norwegian homeland, penniless and stranded, like a sea trout in a net, entangled by a force of which I have no understanding. For the one who casts this net reeks of horror, of fear, and sinks my stomach to the floor whenever I hear his approach. It is like being in a hypnotist's trance, for I can think of no happy thoughts to buoy my spirit, but am overcome by the ceaseless ticking of his timepieces, pocket watches of all descriptions. In this place, between the realms of darkness, there is no learning, no beauty, no art, except whatever thoughts and images I can conjure in my mind, for art has always been my release. It seems my yearning for peace and quiet within the orphanage walls, so that I may sit and draw unhindered, was duly noted by God, with no mean measure of annoyance. So, in his wisdom, he placed me here, within the nothing world. Perhaps this is penance. Perhaps I am paying for the sins of my forebears, for there are Vikings in my line, and through lineage, blood on my hands. Am I a sacrificial child, upon whose shoulders God has placed the sins of the fathers? I feel as one does on a summer's day, when as a small child, one would stand in the center of a grassy meadow and arms outstretched spin around and around and around, until finally one would stop, but the world would spin on and on, as if riding a nightmarish carousel. Except in this dream, it is not summer. The sky lays grey and threatening above, and as the wind flays my body, and all about me spins, I am standing on a hillock and observing a figure wave their arms and call to me from the next rise. And though I cannot hear a sound, I know they are begging me for help, yet I can move not a muscle to assist them. I am powerless, a silent scream of despair caught in my throat, rendering me wide-eyed and gasping, like the sea trout in the net. So we sailed for America, my brother Sven with jaw set in grim determination, and I clinging to his shadow, both fleeing the pain of my mother's abandonment and the shame of my father's imprisonment, for the dark angels of death hounded him with single-minded intent. No, a happy ending was not to be, for as I have said, I am not the writer of this tale. Sven, ambitious and hardened by the fist of necessity, discarded me at Grimhaven with nary a backward glance. I understood in my childish way, truly, for it was not the story he would have written either, had there been a choice. Standing on the front steps of Grimhaven, Sven turned to leave. Frantic loss clutched my throat as wide-eyed and mouth agape I struggled in vain to call out, to scream, come back. But the utterance would not come, strangled by a force for which I had no name. I stood powerless and silent and alone in the darkness. But inside my mind, the scream continues unabated, raw and ferocious still.